Lord Taylor of Warwick.
Lord Jopling for moving this important debate today, and of course wish Lord Howell a speedy recovery. In 1971, a young man from Liverpool named John Lennon wrote a song called Imagine. You may be relieved to know I'm not going to sing it, but the last verse reads as follows. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one. Now, my lords, there remain many challenges to the international unity that the song Imagine aspires to. Whilst I'm not suggesting that Brexit will fix it overnight, I do believe that a properly managed British Brexit will help, not hinder, global relations. First of all, despite Brexit, we will remain an influential permanent member of the UN Security Council, the second largest contributor to NATO after America, and a leading member of the G7, G20 and the Commonwealth. We must not forget the Commonwealth. We will remain an outward-facing nation with a diplomatic network respected across the world. Now this week we've heard, my lords, much about the special relationship between Britain and America. I'm delighted about this because I personally have a special relationship with an American, my wife, Lady Taylor. Now, it is true to say that whilst I say tomato, Laura says tomato. In her home state of Texas, cricket is an insect. In England, cricket is a summer sport played in between showers of rain. But these are but superficial differences between our two cultures. More importantly, whenever we go to America for family reasons, or I'm invited to go there to speak, it is clear that the British brand remains very strong in America. Recently, I had the privilege of being interviewed by Fox TV News about the referendum, and it was clear to me from their questions that America is listening to and watching Britain very closely as we bring on Brexit. It is encouraging for us that the new American President, Mr. Trump, has already declared himself favourable to Brexit and Britain. And I'm delighted to have been invited to President Trump's forthcoming prayer breakfast in Washington, D.C., and I'm looking forward to my scheduled meeting with Dr. Ben Carson. Now, tomorrow, the Prime Minister will be the first world leader to meet the new president. There are a number of issues, of course, which he could discuss with him, including defence, trade, security, including cybersecurity, human rights and the environment. But I hope NATO and the UN are top of their agenda for their meeting. Our membership of NATO is at the heart of British defence policy, and we must retain our commitment to it. We spend 2.2% of our GDP on defence, which is more than the 2% target, and we spend 20% of our defence budget on major new research and development. We are the sixth largest financial contributor to UN peacekeeping. But I do hope the new president will set a new precedent for a stronger and more effective NATO and UN. In my view, peacekeeping is not enough to create a more secure world. There is an often overlooked passage in the Bible, my lords, in Matthew 5, verse 9, which states, "Blessed are the peacemakers." So peacemaking is over and above just peacekeeping. And this is one of the recommendations in the report from the International Relations Select Committee concerning the future of the UN. Paragraph 91 reads as follows: the UN needs to invest more in conflict prevention. Member states should consider awarding more financial resources, intelligence and analytical capacity to support the good offices of the Secretary General. The UK should take the lead in this field. And I support that recommendation, and I think the committee recognises that spending money alone is not the way to achieve these reforms. As the Chancellor Philip Hammond said, we are leaving the EU but not leaving Europe. We are still geographically in Europe, but will no longer be inhibited in our ability to forge new alliances globally. My lords, last June's referendum resulted in a Brexit breakaway from the EU, which will ultimately improve international relations. And provided it is managed properly, Brexit will cause European and other international institutions to reform. Yes, Brexit is bold and brave. Britain will be the first country to withdraw from the EU. But as a former Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, once said, "Don't follow the crowd, let the crowd follow you."